Hi, welcome to my Genius Hour project on the benefits of thrift shopping and upcycling. Thrift shopping has many great benefits. It is a great resource to prevent items from being thrown away in landfills. It gives items a second life to be recycled and reused for people who are on a budget or even people who want to help the environment. Thrift shopping also helps lower carbon pollution and water consumption. The production of clothing requires a lot of water consumption, greenhouse gases, time, and energy. In addition, the textile material used in produced clothing is filled with pesticides and treated with harsh chemicals and dyes that are not good for people's health or the environment. When we create synthetic fabrics, greenhouse gases are released which contribute to climate change. These chemicals contaminate our soil, water, and air, and this can impact wildlife and the quality of many resources we use to survive. Toxins can also disrupt our hormones and gut microbiome, and there's still research to be uncovered as to how these chemicals can impact our bodies. By choosing to buy secondhand, you aren't supporting the demand for new clothing products to be made using these chemicals, and the negative impact the item has on your health can also be much less compared to buying the item brand new. The creation of new clothing takes a lot of resources, especially in today's world of fast fashion and hyper-consumerism. Some of these natural resources are being used at a rate that is faster than they can be produced and are non-renewable. When you thrift shop, you are not directly supporting the demand for new clothing to be made, and this has a positive impact since resources and energy were already used to create that item. Specific to clothing and textiles, less fabric is wasted, and the water footprint of an item becomes less since the life of the item is extended. In today's society of consumerism, people often buy things they don't really need, and with clothing items that are cheap and accessible, people tend to throw them away. Fashion trends change every year, sometimes every season. This fast pace causes many clothes only to be worn a few times before being tossed. When getting rid of clothing, some people still choose to toss it out with their trash. On average, Americans create an average of 80 pounds of textile waste every single year. This waste ends up in landfills and damages the environment. As all these clothes decompose, they can generate greenhouse gases and drop toxic chemicals into the ground. One way to reduce textile waste is by shopping and donating your unwanted clothes to a thrift store. These stores collect clothes and then make them accessible for other people to use. The fashion industry is the second largest water-intensive industry in the world. Each year, the fashion industry uses 79 billion cubic meters of water. Large amounts of water are used to produce the materials needed and during the dyeing process. Some examples of how much water is consumed to make an item of clothing are 1,800 gallons of water to make one pair of jeans, 715 gallons of water to make one cotton t-shirt, and 2,257 gallons of water to make one pair of shoes. Thrift shopping helps reduce the amount of water consumption and helps reduce the demand for clothing production. Also, the clothing industry contributes 10% of carbon emissions worldwide. Reports show that the world wastes a garbage truck filled with clothes per second, which is a scary thing to imagine. Thrift stores have significantly benefited the environment. About 38 million pounds, about 17236,496 kg, of clothing are saved from the landfill annually. To help lessen the impact that this has on the environment, you can choose to donate things instead of tossing them and consider looking for an item secondhand next time you need something. With thrifting, you keep these items from going to waste by giving them a new life. The saying, "one man's trash is another man's treasure," is an accurate statement when it comes to thrift shopping. An article of clothing that may be junk to someone can be the best article of clothing a person found while thrift shopping. Everyone has their own unique style, so by donating clothing, it gives that item a chance to be repurchased by someone else. Not to mention that thrift shopping clothes can be the same price as fast fashion or cheaper. There is also the possibility of buying name brand items for a reasonable price. I have personally bought Michael Kors shirts from thrift stores in the past. I will admit I am one of those people who have more clothing than I need. However, for the past few months I have been going through all my clothes and picking out what I wear regularly and what can be donated to local thrift shops. So far, I have donated 3 trash bags full of clothes that I did not need. Some of the items still had tags on. It has felt nice to clear out my closet and to know my clothing will be given to those who need it more than I do, while helping the environment at the same time. Upcycling is a closed-loop system of design, produce, use, recycle. Upcycling allows a person to create their own unique clothing items by reusing materials from second-hand clothing. Upcycling upgrades old clothing by redesigning them. This allows a person to have full creativity with using garments that are deconstructed and reconstructed into new and unique styles. Creating your own clothing is fun and allows you to have an article of clothing that cannot be purchased online or from any stores. It is clothing that is made just for you. Upcycling creates one-of-a-kind items from materials that would have been discarded and ended up in a landfill. Thrift shopping allows a person to find a shirt that you can cut up, embellish, bedazzle, drawn with a bleach pen, tie-dye, etc. Upcycling second-hand clothing is a tremendous way to be environmentally friendly and not contribute textile waste. One of my favorite videos to watch on upcycling is So with Haiti. She uses the materials to create her daughter's outfits. Each outfit is cute and unique. In her videos, she purchases clothing from thrift stores and brings them home to give them a complete makeover. She creates amazing clothing items from second-hand materials. The end results are always so impressive, and the clothes always look adorable on her daughter. Not only does she make one-of-a-kind clothes for her daughter, but she is saving so much money by purchasing clothes from thrift stores and upcycling them. Circular fashion is a system in which articles of clothing are circulated and reused for as long as they can be, before being decomposed safely. Sharma, 2021. Consumers might have a negative view of circular fashion. This is mainly because of society. People think they must have brand new items and name brand clothing. Also, consumers have perceived financial risks for considering circular fashion. They think circular fashion products would be relatively expensive compared to general fashion products since they cannot be mass produced, or circular fashion products would be sold at high prices considering various conditions. Sustainability is defined as the development that does not affect the environment while satisfying the needs of future generations. Sustainable fashion ensures that the production of clothing does not harm the environment in any way. It also means that manufacturing practices are ethical. Fashion clothes produced sustainably can reduce the negative effects on the environment and provide shopping choices that are ethical to fashion consumers in fulfilling their desire to shop. Sustainable fashion creates less waste, ensures fair work wages and proper working conditions, reduces CO2 and other greenhouse gases, saves water and energy, and saves animals' lives. Greenwashing is when a company is misleading about its environmental credentials. Some examples of things companies advertise that are misleading are: they are eco-friendly, sustainable, organic, natural, locally grown, ethical, plastic-free, or biodegradable when in fact they are not. A popular company that is known for greenwashing and fast fashion is Shine. Fast fashion is a term used to describe cheap and low-quality clothing that is rapidly produced and is cycled in and out of the market quickly to meet new trends and whose business model relies on cheap and speedy production of low-quality clothing. As mentioned previously, Shine is considered fast fashion. Shine contributes to a ton of textile waste and greenhouse gas emissions. Unfortunately, Shine has been extremely popular over the past couple of years due to their affordable clothing. However, the popular demand for their clothing has negatively impacted the environment by creating a large carbon footprint. It is unfortunate that popular brands such as Shine are not environmentally friendly and have unethical manufacturing practices. Sadly, for individual consumers, it is easier and more economic to purchase cheap clothing that has short lifespans compared to splurging on high quality, long-lasting items. And while thrift stores remain a solid part of the solution to our textile waste issues, they are struggling in an era of fast fashion where a cheap price tag often carries more weight with consumers than quality materials. There are thrift shops in every town. Here are some that I found from Galloway, NJ, all the way to Toms River, NJ. If you are interested in helping the environment or upcycling clothes, feel free to check out these shops. This video has listed a few of the reasons why thrift shopping is beneficial for the environment. Whether you find something new with the tags on it or a pre-loved vintage item, you are choosing an option that didn't involve new resource and energy consumption, potentially saving something from being thrown into a landfill and lessening the burden of pollutants on the environment that come from consumerism. Shopping at a thrift store is a great way to find some pre-loved pieces that still have a lot of life in them. The beauty of thrifting is that you never know what you are going to find. Whether you are donating your unwanted items, looking for something specific, or just seeing what is out there, thrift shopping is a great resource to find new clothing items while saving money and the planet. Here are my references. Thank you for watching my Genius Hour project. I hope you enjoyed the video and check out your local thrift stores. You never know what treasures you can find.